Good morning to everyone and welcome to another update on the market. For today, I decided to cover British pound versus US dollar. I will speak about the gold market, crude oil and Bitcoin versus US dollar. I will start with the British pound versus US dollar first. So what we have here is that we can see that market is testing this mini rising trend line, but also in the background we can see that we had rejection of the very important cluster where we had like lots of reaction points like this low, highs here and here. And what happened yesterday, we also had this bigger pin bar and rejection again of this cluster, so that's a very good sign, and market sold off after that. But at this stage we can see that market is building some kind of the range. We can see that more like a triangle at this point, so there is a chance for the lower prices. From my perspective, we have series of the lower highs and lower lows, so the most likely scenario is that market, for example, to break, and I would like to see the break of 1.2500 mark and hold below. That will be a good sign for potential lower prices towards the 1.2450, or even if there is a bigger drop towards the 1.2380. Now, alternative scenario for the British pound versus US dollar to the upside will be to really clear this cluster at 1.2620 and then hold above in order to confirm the potential retest of 1.2720 or 730. Now, speaking of the gold market, nothing really changed. I don't see any major sign of the strength at this point. There is some momentum divergences that happen in this new formed low, and we can see here there is this divergence on the hourly time frame. But besides that momentum divergence around that point, which is not a major reversal, and we need to see, even if that will be the case, then we need to see a stronger demand and maybe to take this tail from yesterday at 1996 and then hold above and that will be a good sign for potential retest of 2010 or even 2025. Now, in the background also we have this big sign of weakness and this big tail that happened last week, and then market didn't really have too much power on the rally, so we formed more like a triangle pattern and then the downside continuation. So from this perspective, since we have this attempt for momentum to potential bull divergence at this point, to confirm further downside, I would like to see for market to retake 1973 and then hold below, and that will be a good sign for potential even further drop towards the 1965 or even 1955 on the gold. Now, speaking of the crude oil, I alerted about this key resistance, and this market actually sold off from this point. This was one of our scenarios. If the market will even not have power to test this major previous swing low, and then we have a new downside swing. Now, if we go to a higher time frame, just to see, like for example, if we go to the daily, and we can see here that we have cluster of lows at this point around 67 mark. We still quite didn't test that zone, but there is a chance for the market to go towards that point. So to extend further downsides over that 67 mark. For case, let's say case of some upside moment, I would like to see the price to trade above 69.20 and then hold above potential rotation back towards 70.90 or even 71.75 mark. And speaking of the Bitcoin, this is we had this big sell-off that came from this exhaustion and this contraction in the background, and we can see here this tail is formed around 40,100 mark, and we have this rally high after this initial sell-off at 42,000, let's say 500. So from my perspective, this will be now market is in range environment and just building consolidation, but anything meaningful to the upside, I would like market to break 42,550 and hold above, potential retest of 45,000. And let's see if there is some drop and hold below the 40,000 mark, then there is a chance for rotation down, move down towards the 38,500 or even 37,500. So that will be all for this update, guys. I hope that you did enjoy. Have a good trading day and speak to you from tomorrow morning.